John Hale.
There was some joking about how many passes you were going to call to the tight ends this bowl game since you're in charge, but also as you watch what the Rams do with their offense and what Liam's going to bring to Kentucky, just how excited are you for the way your guys at that position are going to be used moving forward?
Yeah, I know. To answer your first part, I made a comment to somebody saying, it's like being a governor of a state, and then you become the president. You're all about your state, and then now you got to worry about the whole country, and that's how it is with the offense now. I want to throw to the tight ends, but we also got to look at the bigger picture, what's good for what's going to make the offense go. So I'm excited about that. The tight ends have been playing pretty good the last 4 games. We've been heavily involved in the pass game, but they're always going to be involved in the run game. Liam, yes, I've been watching them guys, and they're going to run a lot of play actions. They use 12 personnel a lot. But also, I think what's an understatement is our receivers coming back next year will actually be that'll be another year of experience, and I think he's going to be surprised what he got at wide receiver, too. Oh, something went out. The screen went out.
Vince, what kind of opportunity is this for you to have this role for one game? What does it mean for you to get this opportunity?
I think the biggest misconception is about me as being a recruiter. My tight ends have played, I thought, for what we wanted to do in the scheme of our offense, have played pretty well over the last 3-4 years. I just do the task what Mark gives me. Was heading up, whether it was coming out of Ohio and going to Kentucky and recruit, whether it's heading up the NFL stuff, dealing with our guys making decisions and getting grades back for the NFL. So whatever he give me, I'm gonna take it on, with an honor and a demeanor that, hey, I'm gonna do my best job. As an opportunity, people around the country know that what type of coach I am. They know what type of recruiter I am. I'm just gonna do what's best to help this team, perform good as an offensive unit in this Tax Slayer Bowl.
So what are the characteristics of a Vince Marrow offense, the big dog offense?
Just the exact words you say, a big dog mentality. We're going to be physical. We're going to throw the ball, but we still going to run the ball. But we're going to, try to eliminate on penalties and just play sound football and play efficient football. So I think when you look at not just my offense, but what we are at Kentucky, we always still going to be physical. That's never going to be something that people will question. But we will add more to the passing game to kind of get guys like Josh Ali, Keaton Upshaw, Justin. I go down the line with them guys. We got some pretty good skill guys, and we're going to utilize their talent in this game.
Lonnie.
My man Lonnie, probably got to unmute.
I'll unmute you.
Was that now?
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, buddy.
Since you as a recruiting coordinator that's in the position of calling the plays for this particular game, I think you answered a lot of questions about how you're going to approach this game, but I just want to know if there's any one particular thing you can do as a play caller that may turn a blue chipper toward UK instead of somewhere else.
I'm never going to go out, and I think even when Eddie was the play caller, I'm never going to go out to appease to try to do something in recruiting. Now, I'm always, in my philosophy, and I think that's Coach Stoops' philosophy, is what the defense give us. But I will say, utilizing more throwing to our receivers. Like I said, I think Josh Ali is one of the top receivers in the league, and I think we got to utilize him more. But his supporting cast is even better than what, just watching it now from the big picture, not just the tight end, but the big picture. Looking at these receivers, they work hard. They actually, I think people don't think they have as much talent as people say, but I really believe these guys going to really, really step up and do what we want them to do in this offense come Saturday.
Josh.
Vince, you mentioned your role there as an NFL liaison. What kind of feedback are you getting on guys, and what are your expectations as far as, maybe how, I know there's a lot to sort out, so the combine and everything, but what do you kind of see here in the next few months for those guys that are going?
Well, I only would talk about our seniors. Some of these young guys got decisions to make, and that's when it comes back. That'll come back to Coach Stoops. Me and Coach Stoops have been on phone with a lot of GMs, a lot of personnel guys, and I remember when we didn't have a guy drafted, and I think I put out a tweet saying this will be the last time this happened. Well, 5 of them ended up coming back. They came back for their senior year because I knew some of them guys were good enough. That was Josh Allen in them group. But I feel that we always have guys drafted, and the good thing that you would see right now, if you watch the NFL, you see a lot of our guys producing pretty well, and a lot of guys signing. I really hate what happened to Bud, but I think Bud was going to sign a big-time deal and still probably will. But I like from 2014 to our guys being in the NFL, you see a lot of them guys producing. So I'm getting great feedback. They know that Kentucky don't look the way they used to look when these guys used to come in here. They know that now you start seeing a lot of more scouts here. You start seeing GMs coming here. You start seeing college directors coming here because we are recruiting them guys and we are developing them guys. I feel real good about a couple of our guys getting drafted this year, and that's not even counting the underclassmen. Darian still got, decision he got to make. I think, Jamin and a couple of other guys got decisions. But in the long run, one thing I know about Coach Stoops is he never tell guys to stay. He just give them the information. And at the end of the day, they got to make what's best for their family. We have a record of guys coming back, and it was more, can they increase their value? So there's some guys, I can't say their name, they come back, they will increase their value immensely. So, we just going to go from there. When Mark get that grade back, which could be any day, you'll start seeing some decisions being made.
Kent. Kent, you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. Sorry. There's a lot of this is a big time for underclassmen to just get their feet wet and kind of build off of and kind of springboard themselves towards a big 2021 season. What guys have jumped out so far through the early bowl practices?
On the offensive side, I say Isaiah Cummings is really coming on. I like Eli Cox. He's doing some things. Quentin Wilson, Juton McClain, running back. I like him. Honestly, the Joey really impressed me I think I said this on the radio show last night. Joey Gatewood has really impressed not just me, but a lot of people on our staff. He's really, Terry is Terry. Terry actually been looking good, but Joey really has really looked good. And that'll be a Coach Stoops decision of what he want to do with that in this bowl game. I know he want to play all 3 guys, but I would say them guys, and then even on defense, a lot of them guys, the corners, I really like Phillips and I like Carrington Valentine. I think you're gonna see them guys become, and they're gonna be thrust into play too. And Brad probably addressed that tomorrow. But a lot of young guys that I've seen, yes. And then of course, Michael Drennan, I said, he looks now that he has been in college, a couple months, he's looked all the way in shape, looks faster, looks real fast. So I'm very excited about them guys.
I think Nick jumped in there, but Kent, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here, Matt. Hey, Vince, you kind of mentioned Isaiah Cummings. He was a kid. He actually played quite a bit this year. He didn't catch any passes or anything like that. So what have you seen from him that makes you think that, it may not be this Saturday, but he's going to make an impact for you soon?
I think he's going to be an impact very soon. In practice, he's a big, strong, physical kid. But, Boas really did a great job with him. Isaiah, he was a great player in high school, but he had to learn. And I think he lost a little weight. But he looks really good right now. He looks strong. He looks physical. He's going to play in this game. And I know Bo really, has no qualms on putting him in. And I just know what I see in practice. And just today he made some great catches out there. But he's that, Dorian Baker type where we always wanted that big receiver. But he has great hands, and he's actually improved immensely. And I'm excited about him. I really am.
All right, Josh Ali is here, so we've got three more. John Hale, then Jeff Drummond, and then Josh Moore.
Vince, how different is your job right now from a recruiting standpoint with the free transfer rule, both in terms of identifying guys who might be available for you all from other programs, and then also recruiting your own players to stick around when people are in their ears all the time saying, maybe it would be better somewhere else?
It's a good question, man. People don't want to address it, but to me, it's like it's like a mini version of the NFL. You used to just have to worry about high school. And then the pros, they got a college director and they got a pro personnel director. The pro personnel director just looks at other guys on other teams who they think they may want to sign when they contract up, and then the college director deal with the college things. So it's kind of like with us now. We got a high school, we got to deal with the high school stuff, but now you got to also say, let's be honest, you got to look at other rosters to plug guys off to say, okay, can this guy, he goes in the transfer portal, you getting a guy that maybe played a year or 2 years. That's like getting a junior college guy who don't have to sit out. So it's a new world, and we're gonna have to adjust to it. But it's definitely gonna make college recruiting. It's gonna take it to another level.
Jeff?
Hey Vince, kind of wondering for this game where you'll be out there calling the plays and running the show, what kind of challenge is it, or kind of unique experience to face a defense that's a little unorthodox and unusual? I'm sure you may have preferred to see something a little more standard. Or
Yeah, that's a good question, but I actually went back and watched the Mississippi State game. They don't move as much as Mississippi State, but it's 3-3-5 stack. I think Josh Esteswall and Cody Lucina, a lot of them guys did a really good job helping me as how we broke down these guys. I think we're going to have a great plan, and we really, I know y'all just talked to Drake. It really helps when you got an experienced guy like Drake and Landon and Luke and them guys and Darian and actually Justin Riggs, some guys that played a lot of football up front. So, hopefully it makes my job easier. But I definitely do not like a 3-3-5. Kind of remind me when you was in high school, I was a head coach, and we would play the wing T. I hated seeing that, and you got to prepare for that stuff. So, but hey, that's why they pay us money, and we will go out and execute and try to do what we need to do.
All right, we'll wrap up with Josh Moore, and then we'll get Josh Ali on here for you guys.
Hey Vince, I want to go back to the transfer portal real quick. I know it's kind of a wrinkle that everybody's trying to figure out, but for players, I was scrolling through the list of guys. This is a lot of guys that go into that. I don't know where they, it seems like there's not enough places for these guys to land. How do you just see that part of this whole equation shaking out? Do you think that takes care of itself eventually, or is it going to just, guys always looking for new homes, or is always going to just be people left out?
I'm going to be honest. If my son was a college football player right now, and he took his butt in that transfer portal, he better have a place to go. Some of these guys are just jumping in that thing just off emotion. They may not played, they ain't figured things out, and they just think, hey, I'm gonna have a scholarship waiting for me somewhere else. Well, you got to realize some scholarships are already taken up for the year, and some schools might not even have them until that next year eligibility is up or when the football season is over. So it's good on one behalf for us if we're looking for a guy in a portal, but there's a lot of kids who have jumped in that portal and they're actually still sitting at home. And because you don't have, junior college season haven't started yet. Some of them guys with the junior college, but they didn't play this fall. So now some guys could have been out, in winter. Now they have to go all the way till spring or summer if junior college is going to play in the spring. So if I was giving somebody advice, you better make sure you have something in your hand before you go in that portal. Because now you're going in it, and then you're looking back, and then you told your team you was leaving, and that team has the right not to renew your scholarship. So if it was my advice, you better make sure you got something.